Hello everybody, Hand Axe and Satchel here. Today we're going to be reviewing the Bounty Hunter Gold Digger Metal Detector. Well, that's a mouthful. We're going to discuss the pros, cons, whether or not you should get it. Hint, I think it's pretty good. I've used it, found a lot of cool things. I think you'd like it if you got it, so let's just jump right in. If you're like most people, this is probably a pretty big one for you. Metal detectors can run into the hundreds and some even into the thousands. So one that's relatively cheap, coming at around like $40 to $60, and can still do all that good stuff. A lot of it, not all of it, because you get what you pay for, but one that's cheap is definitely a gem to find. Pun on words, right? In addition to the price, it's got durability. Durability? Yeah, that means if you have a kid or you are a kid and you bang things around, not that I'm saying I do, okay fine I do, this metal detector is basically for you. Obviously you can't put it through anything, but that can be said about everything. It has its limits, but it's pretty solid. This detector comes with the search coil, a 7-inch weather-resistant coil. It comes with headphones. The headphones I don't find to be very good. I just replaced them with a better pair of headphones. It has a trash illuminator, a power sensitivity button, a control box. All the good things that you're going to want in a metal detector are there for this metal detector. Yeah, and let's move on to something else about it. And that thing is, it really can detect like other metal detectors. It detects, and even for the price, even though you may think, hey, that's too cheap, I probably shouldn't use it. Oh, as you can see, this guy switched out his headphones because the headphones that come with it, like I said, not very good. But it can be used. You're gonna find things. I've found all sorts of things, but it will be very fun, and you'll be enjoyable. So yes, with that too. Well, this probably isn't going to be the first thing you find. In fact, the first thing you find is probably going to be a nail or a bottle cap. These would be amazing to find, and I hope you find them. And given the name that it's called the Gold Digger of the Bounty Hunter series, you have a chance at finding gold, and that's good. So, I mean, there's that cool thing where you could find, like, you don't know what you're going to find. When you dig, you just don't know, which is really cool. You've also got the history part. It's kind of like mixed with history, because a lot of times, in order to find the best digs, you're going to be mixing what you find with history and looking up like old maps to see where things were, see where old roads were that might have been traveled and people dropped, where old parks were. And once again, you need to be able to don't go onto property that other people own without permission. You want to but it's got a whole lot of historical value. Okay guys, and I know you guys love my videos because you're watching, or at least I'd hope that's why you're watching, because you love the videos, otherwise... Yeah, you guys love my videos, so please subscribe. It really helps me. Every subscriber counts. I'm really grateful for each one of you, so please take the time to just scroll down and click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for all of you who do. Thank you in advance. And with this, I feel like this is one of the only con type things. Most metal detectors, they have the control box that's kind of lifted up, like as is shown on the one to the right, on the metal detector to the right. Whereas this one, it's kind of up against the pipe and thing. It's not a big deal. It just looks a little different, but it still works. I mean, yeah, it still works. So just thought I should say that. Another thing that might be really important, and is really important, not might be, definitely very important, is how a metal detector has the ability to help clean up the earth. I mean, when you're out there detecting, just if you find a piece of trash, pick it up, throw it in the trash. I keep a trash bag with me so I can just toss it in there, and at the end, just know that you made a difference in the environment, which is very good. If you are very into metal detecting and would like to see more about, for example, would be more about the shovels. I'm pretty sure that's a Lachey shovel, specifically for metal detecting. You might be able to get scoops to help metal detect. There's pinpointers, all sorts of things. So if you want more about the different accessories, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see them. And I figure I should probably show you guys how I use it. Okay, so one of the things would be the dials. You see the dials right below the little screen thing? I keep the dials, one of them, on the halfway mark, the one that says power meter on the halfway. That way I can get a decent depth without having to dig up everything, and I keep the trash sensitivity a little over halfway. That way I'm not finding all sorts of like nails and stuff, and I just find coins. So that's how I use the knobs, and let's go to the next. The next thing would be how fast I swing it. Now it really does affect, because if you're just waving it all over the place, you want to keep it first thing down near the ground, and you want to keep it at a relatively slow swing speed. That way you can really let it sense and detect all the metals down there. Otherwise you're not going to be getting nearly as much out of the time you put in, and no one wants to waste their time. So swing it slowly. And I think that everybody could admit that finding historical facts and artifacts is pretty Indiana Jones-like. So if you like Indiana Jones and feel like you're an adventurer, then, I mean, that's pretty good for that. And yeah, Indiana Jones is cool. Tell me about Indiana Jones. What do you think about him? Do you like adventuring? Tell me more. Another thing, if you like this video, tell me in the comments section below if you want to see more, not more, but do you want to see any dig footage? Because I could show you some of it. A lot of it would just be a whole lot of time in between finding cans that are buried 6 inches deep in the earth, which is not so fun, but I could speed it up for you guys. So tell me if you guys, that's something you guys would even be interested in. I could make another video for that, along with like the accessories, so tell me about that in the comment section. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record with how much I repeat here, but I mean, the history factor, you might realize while you're detecting that you're on the site of where an ancient battle of chickens was. I mean, you just don't know. So, I mean, you gotta consider the ancient battle of chickens theory. That's just one of mine. I like to think that chickens drink soda and throw them in the dirt. That way that makes me feel better that humans probably don't, but in reality we do. So, chickens, remember? And overall, I would definitely give this metal detector a huge thumbs up, because it really does everything you would want it to do. I mean, it's not waterproof, I don't think, so you wouldn't really want to take it in water. I haven't taken mine in water, so don't. But really, it does everything you want. It's a great metal detector, everybody. I would recommend that you guys go out and get it. It's got fantastic reviews. I've loved it. I recommend go get it. All right. And before I go, there is this, which is pretty important. It's the code of honor for metal detectors. If you read a book about it or articles, you'll find that each article or book has like a slightly different versions, but it consists of like never damage land that you're on, make a good name for other metal detectors, don't leave big holes, respect property, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure you're a good ambassador for the hobby. It's very important. And this video was credited by Adobe, Hand-Axe and Satchel, chickens everywhere, and I hope you guys liked this. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and that's all for you right now from Hand-Axe and Satchel. Hand-Axe and Satchel, signing off.